Welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. We are doing a collective reading today, channeled messages for the energy for the month of March 2022. I have jotted some channeled information down as I always do with these monthly collective reads. So I'm going to read that information and then we'll talk about the cards. So basically, the energy for the month of March is about bold, conscious movements in our lives. It's being consciously aware of the actions and steps we've taken and we're taking to get where we need to in life. It's about tallying up the old fear energy from last month, for example, from February, because I did mention that there was some energy in the last couple of readings to do with letting go and releasing and things like that. So this is like tying off that. It's just getting rid of the residue now because that work's been done. And there's powerful leadership energy and lots of support from the universe to get new ideas up off the ground, regardless of what that is for you in your life. There's obviously a new moon and a full moon in the month of March. It's a powerful full moon. It's a powerful new moon. So the new moon energy is about darkness into light, and it's things and ideas and options that are all coming to the light now. And it's releasing of shadow. There's a release here of things that no longer serve, as I said, the darkness coming into the light, removing that residue from February energy if there's still some shadow lingering. But things that you aren't sure about, like you don't know which way to turn, you don't know which option to take for certain things in your life, that's coming into the light now from this new moon in March, from the 2nd. And the full moon energy is about letting go again and releasing, and it's about releasing self-esteem issues as well as just a general release. And there's a lot of spiritual clarity coming through the full moon in March, but don't let your mental thoughts hinder your progress and what you're thinking and feeling, what you know to be true from your spiritual insights. There's an equinox, depending on where you are in the world. It's Oztara, which is spring, which is about new life and fertility in all ways, prosperity, regeneration and resurrection, the original true Easter. And there's also, for me, where we live in Australia, it'll be Marbon, which is about autumn and the balancing of light and dark. It's when they are equal, the most equal in the whole year, the whole 12-month calendar cycle. And it's about celebrating the year and expressing gratitude and abundance and reflecting on your family and your home and being gracious for those things. But again, there is that balance there from light and dark. So that's the stuff that I've jotted down. It's pretty interesting. I love what channels through me. Sometimes I don't know what I really write or do until I reflect back over it. So I've shuffled all the cards. I've got a fortune cookie card here. I've just pulled one off, shuffled them, pull one off the top. I'll get to that later. I'll pull one or two more if I have time. I've got a mixture of different cards through here, but I'll also be pulling from those same decks as we go through. And let's see what happens. I'm very excited for the month of March. Happy birthday to all the March people, to all the Pisces and the Aries that celebrate their birthday in March. I'm a Pisces myself. I'm March 19th. So that's really exciting. Sometimes my birthday falls on Marbon or Oztara. This year it actually is on the 20th, the day after, but the energy's still there, which is great. So I do not use WhatsApp and I will not cold canvas looking for work. If anybody's being silly, please contact and report to YouTube and myself. Let's get into this. Channeled messages for the month of March, collective reading. Let's go. I'm going to start with what we've got at the front here. I know what some of these are, but I don't know what all of them are. First card, water gardening. Connect with your emotions. Wow, she's beautiful. Next one, a seer. See beyond the current situations. Yes, having a release and seeing things by what they are. Now, I did mention in the channeled information that I'd written down about having that spiritual clarity, but don't let the mental thoughts hinder you. And that makes sense because we've got the connection with your emotions. So stay in that emotional space and seeing beyond the current situation, seeing things for what they really are, the truth of the situation. And we've got Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Wow. And this is about your spiritual path, your spiritual growth. You might have recently been having some downloads or some insights about whatever your spiritual connection is to your star being origin or your star seeds or just your ancestors in general. It could be an important time of year for you guys somehow. But remember, this is about bold, conscious movements in life in general. So reaching out to your ancestors and asking for help, for example, they're here with you at this time. They're letting you know they've got your energy. They understand what you're doing. And remember to bring reflection from the past while moving forward at a fast-paced energy. That's really important, okay? And it's about getting things done, and again, the leadership energy. So call on your star beings or your ancestors in general. It says follow the voice of your soul. So they're guiding you. You're walking the true path. What else we got here? Snake. Transformation, shedding skin, releasing of old, regeneration, resurrection, new life. That makes sense. A road, a path. You're on the right path. Can I just have one more of these? I'm going to put this down here. Can I have one more of these? This one, Tree of Life. Oh, I love this deck. It's the Gaia Oracle. Fertility, creativity, destiny, and magical blessings. Oh, well, that ties in with Oztara or Marbon, whatever you desire, whatever you work with, or you mightn't work with either. Just let me channel for a minute. Yeah, Spirit's saying there's a real gentle energy. There's a real go with the flow sort of vibe going on for the month of March, even though it might be fast paced and you've got a lot going on and you might have a lot of commitments to adhere to when it comes to every area of your life, whatever that would be for you. There is a nice calm energy going on here. Remember, we're coming from that space of magical blessings. It says it on the card. There's that fertility, that creativity, that new life, again with the Oztara. Prosperity in all ways, and the regeneration of what's going on around you with that snake shedding its skin as well. So just remember to remain grounded, stay rooted. You might need to do some Mother Earth or Tree of Life activations. You might want to do some work with Metatron at this time, Lord Metatron. You might want to do some Akashic Record stuff as well. We've got a Yin and Yang there, and I did say with the Marbon energy, it's about balance and having the light and the dark as equal. Wow. And we've got Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness. That's twice creativity's come up. Interesting. And Transformation, I did say that with the snake. And Wholeness, coming back full circle, coming back to how you are in your true form. Not about how you look physically, not about, you know, your hair, not about your career, not about what you are on paper. It's coming back to your whole self, okay? And that's what's going on here. It's about following the voice of your soul, just being your true authentic self. Beautiful. We've got Two of Air. Can you hear the neighbors? Two of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate. Pretending there is no problem. Now, interesting. I pulled two cards out of this particular Angel Tarot deck, and I know what these two are. I don't know what all the cards are, but I know what these two are in particular because I looked at them. And I find it interesting because, again, this one says Two of Air, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem, right? But the next card, after I shuffled the deck, and mind you, it's a pretty thick deck, right? It says Eight of Water. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So it's almost like this is a reminder what you've been through, Two of Swords, what you've been through and what you're coming into. You're coming out of that headspace, that fear energy that I mentioned, that's to do with shadow around February and things like that. You're coming out of that space now and you're coming into that spiritual clarity. So this is what you've been through as a confirmation, and this is what you've stepped into or you're stepping into right now through the month of March. I thought that was ironic. I thought that was a beautiful synchronistic message considering how many cards are in this deck. Okay, so what else we got here? Conscious channeling. Whoa, look at that. The Tree of Life. That's the Tree of Life symbol in the middle there, that lotus, Tree of Life. That's twice that's come up. Again, you might need to tap into Archangel Metatron and do some work with him. Now, one of the very first things that I said, that this particular month, the energy for March is about bold, conscious movements in our lives, in life. This has come up. It's a conscious channeling. You are 100% aware of your actions, your movements, your feeling, your thoughts. And if you're not so quick to pick up on that, you will catch yourself and go, pull back, realign and readjust. Okay, there might be some people going through a bit of a hard time through the month of March that are around you, but they're going through an awakening. they're going through a shift and a change. They might be having struggles with the smells of certain food. They might feel really uncomfortable in their sleep, like they mightn't feel able to sleep. They might be having a bit of sleep paralysis, or it could be the opposite. They might be overly tired. Just be mindful of that. Again, from that conscious channeling space. Clear up their throat chakra. Do some work in your own throat chakra if you're having issues with communication, and have that conscious channeling and come from that spiritual clarity and get the support that you need. But again, don't get too stuck in your head space. And we've got liberation. I absolutely love this card, this whole deck. Breaking free from a negative attachment. Boom. Again, stepping out of this energy. Actually, these cards have similar colors. Okay, stepping out of this energy, we're now stepping into the new energy of making this emotional decisions, this conscious awareness. There's liberation from that. Breaking free from negative attachment. Wow, that is so good. If you can sage, smudge, Palo Santo, cleanse, sound bowl, frequency, sound, vibration. You could display a frequency on your television in your house or off your phone on a speaker, loud enough to reverberate through the house, and that'll clear up negative energy. Do it in time for the new moon, or even on the new moon, which is the 2nd of March. This is so beautiful. You're being liberated here. There's magical blessings. The path that you walk in, there is destiny going on here. Fertility, if that's something for you to do with pregnancy, well, there's your answers. But fertility doesn't always mean children. And we've got surrender. Whoa. Whoa. Seahorse. I recommend you look up the spiritual meaning of seahorse, or look up the medicine messages from seahorse at this time. Again, way back from the beginning here, the first card that come up, wow, is the water guardian. Same colors on the cards, right? I love when this shit happens. Water guardian, connect with your emotions and surrender. So again, pushing past those fears that we've had over February, or a bit of residue left over from things going on in our life, because we're stepping into our power. We have been liberated. And I say we because it includes me as well. What else we got here? What else would you like to say, Spirit? Is any angels up in this space? Archangel Raphael's here. We've got Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Wow. I just mentioned fear. This guy's got blue markings, spiritual traditional markings all over his body. He's on the hunt. He's on the hunt for that clarity to release those fears. He's on the hunt to find the source of those triggers, or to meet up with the source of those triggers internally and be able to eradicate them. Fantastic. And what do you desire? Magical blessings, destiny, transformation, creativity, wholeness. You are at one with what you've got going on, your true authentic self. Okay, a lot of blues going on in here today. Beautiful. Perfect. So that's so beautiful, that card. And we've got Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Oh, this sinks in with what I've just said earlier, that there is quite a peaceful energy. It's a nice, calm energy for the month of March. Even though people might be busy and erratic, there won't be a lot of mental strain going on. And if you do feel like you're getting a little mentally worn down, don't let it overwhelm you. Just come back from that space of cleanliness within yourself. Two more reflect out. We've got Sholing Master, be graceful in movement and in action. Wow. And let me see this one. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Okay, that's again with the conscious channeling, and with the other star card. Where is he? These guys almost go hand in hand. Honoring your inner knowledge and follow the voice of your soul. There's a lot of blues going on here. You really need to work with Archangel Michael. You really need to work with Archangel Metatron, who is the intergalactic big boy Archangel Metatron. He works with all the star beings and things, celestials like that. And follow the voice of your soul and honor your inner knowing. So this is what's going on here. You know you're on the right path. You know what steps you need to make for yourself. Oh, how's that? My cloth fell down. 2 secs, hang on. I just paused the video. So you've seen my beautiful tie-dyed sarong. A cloth just fell down and come over the cards. Now that to me is a synchronistic message. Don't let somebody pull the wool over your eyes. Don't let somebody put a blanket or try and cover up what you're doing in your life, trying to make it seem less than what it is, or not wanting people in your life to know that you're on this spiritual growth. Ignore it, okay? Don't let that happen. Pull the blanket back and go, ta-da, here I am. The Shaolin Master. So what we've got going on here, this message says, be graceful in movement and action. What Spirit's actually saying is that you need to be structured in your movements. You need to be structured in what you've got going on. Now, the first few words I said, the first sentence with this entire reading, I said, bold, conscious movements in our life, in life. This is what we've got going on right here. This man is making these conscious movements, but coming from that space of gracefulness. And I said the same thing about being a peaceful journey with that. Okay, we've got such beautiful cards going on here. Can I have a couple of more of these? This is the Tatiana's fortune cards. I love them. There is a book that goes with them, but I just channel. Oops, too much. I just channel. So can we have more information about the month of March, please? Anything to do with luck and money? A star. This is about the star ancestor here. This is about the medicine woman. Follow your true north. Whatever your star is, wherever you're getting guided, follow your compass, your internal, inner, spiritual soul link, your compass. You're on the right path, okay? And the other card that came out was a road, a picture of a path, right? We've got coffin. That is transformation. There's a death of something that's gone on in your life, a death of a mindset, a death of a relationship, a death of a career, a death of being held back by family and friends or what have you in our life now. This is to do with that transformation card. As like I said, you're on the right path, okay? You can't see where the path is going. It's a bit windy and there's, you know, a bit of a journey up ahead, but whatever you do, don't stop. And we've got the turret or the tower. Now, this doesn't mean anything negative to me. This means basically that you might be feeling isolated or that you're standing alone. You might generally be in ISO at the moment. But what Spirit's saying is that you've still got that window there. So even though you can't see what's going on or people can't see eye to eye with you, or you mightn't feel like you've got the mental capacity to be argumentative with assholes that just like to argue for the sake of arguing, they can't see what's going on in your structure, but you're very aware of what's going on there. And we had the window at the top, so you can still look out over the world and go, well, I actually know what's going on internally and externally. And we've got fish. Fish is a very auspicious animals. Fish symbolizes good luck. It symbolizes new life. It symbolizes resurrection and things like that. So it's all coming into place right now, all the information that I've channeled as well. So what's going on with money? Is there anything to do with money and finances, please? I just need to get told two more of these. This one, the owl, wisdom, knowledge, messenger. This is your message. Dog, loyalty. I always say, and you guys know it, that dogs are a loyal thing for me when I see them. So what Spirit's saying is that use your intuition, use your wisdom. If you feel like you want to buy some lottery tickets, buy some lottery tickets. If you feel like you want to buy some money on some timeshares, you want to invest a little bit of money, you might have a little bit of spare money there, and you think, well, hey, at worst I'm not going to make a cent, but I'm still going to have the original money that I invested and things like that. Do things like that. If that's what you're considering, this is your message. Be wise. Come from that space of wisdom and know exactly what you're stepping into. And there's a sense of loyalty there. So just keep at it. For those of you that are waiting to hear back about a new job, a change of career, some inheritance of some sort of a cash payout that you're entitled to or that you're owed or what have you, just remain faithful in yourself. Just remain loyal to yourself. Just know that it's coming. And you don't have to discuss it with everybody, but there is definitely some money coming into everybody's lives. I'm getting told to pull two of these. We're nearly finished, guys. It's so lovely. It's just a really good energy. Like I said, it's a powerful new moon and a powerful full moon. The powerful new moon is about darkness into light, which really ties in with the equality when it comes to the Marbon, the darkness and light, okay? But we're talking about darkness into light with things coming into the light now. Options, ideas, things are all coming to the light, and release of shadow and revealing ways to step forward in your life that you didn't think of at the time. Oh, look at that. New moon. Whoa. There you go. All these colors come up right now are in line with this card here, new moon, okay? So you probably do need to work with the new moon. You might need to do some manifestation. I did say earlier about doing some sound therapy, some saging, some smudging, some smoking, some cleansing, what have you. Really get it done in time for the new. Use pink if you can. There's a lot of pink up on these cards here, so use pink as a form of self-love. Come from that heart space and do some rituals and stuff like that. If you're not sure how to do certain things, you can find me on Facebook. My business page is called Sageology, and you can find me on there, and you can send me a message if you want a bit of help or some ideas or what have you. I'm not able to promote it properly at the moment. Facebook has put me on a 90-day ban, so we've got Relic of Time as well. Whoa, look at this. This is a lotus flower again. This is coming right back to the Akashic. There's well, maybe not in the book of this card, for this card, but for this channeled message. So we're going right back here to the Akashic record, to Archangel Metatron. The lotus is there again, so you really need to do some work with Archangel Metatron. You might need to do a Merkaba activation, or you might need to do a channeled meditation to have some time with Archangel Metatron and see what he has to say, like a guided meditation. I've got a couple of these here. I actually had these particular cards, even the ones that are already pulled out from this deck, out yesterday. I started, but then something happened. I got sidetracked. I had some commitments I had to adhere to with my children, and I didn't do the reading, so I'm doing it now. Now we've got Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. I said before about the tree of life, you might need to connect with Gaia. Again, Archangel Metatron is coming up. We've got the owl card there for wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. So you're having a real fantastic clarity with the month of March. I'm so happy for you. We've got purification, fire, bare essentials, the naked truth, and wholeness. Wow. Well, this is what we've got going on here. We've got wholeness down here as well. Look, this is kind of like the same woman. She's just, you know, chilling out with the trees. She's just coming from that space of being grounded, the tree of life, being at one with the earth, bare essentials, the naked truth, and wholeness, purification. We did have the animal that was shedding the skin. We had the snake there as well. There's that level of transformation going on there, okay? Fantastic. And we've got Yin Yang. No way, the Yin Yang, creating harmony through balance. No, that's what I said. That autumn, or Marbon, is about balance, when light and dark are equal, and it's about celebrating the past year and expressing gratitude and bringing in abundance and reflecting on that level of love in your family and the home. I also mentioned the yin and yang here to do with that balance. So this is really synchronistic. This is real new moon energies on this card. I love when spirit does this, okay? It packs a fucking punch and it's fantastic. Butterfly, transformation, transition, changes, metamorphosis, coming from that negative space, releasing fears, taking those steps now, moving forward very swiftly. We've got moving fast-paced and getting things done, okay? Powerful leadership energy and lots of support from the universe to get new ideas off the ground. The bold conscious movements in life and taking up the fear energy from the ground up from February, and being reflective whilst also moving forward with conscious effort. So this is so beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to pull 2 of these, and then I'm going to do a couple of the fortune cards. So amazing. Yeah, there's money, there's money, there's money, there's money, there's money everywhere. I can hear pennies dropping. What have we got here? The Emperor, beautiful. Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. I just said, look, the light reflection. I just said there was leadership going on here, okay? Structure and discipline. Again, it's being conscious in what we're doing, moving forward. I just looked at the clock and it said 22:22. Oh, wow. And we've got strength. Archangel Ariel. Oh, I love Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. Releasing bullshit residue energy from the past, okay? From energy or misconceptions or confusion building up around the month of February. Let it go. Now, this initial fortune cookie card says change. A change of residence, partner or career or job is on the cards. You are restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. Bless, motherfucker. I need that too. I need that. That's a beautiful card. Can I have 2 more of these, please, Spirit? Then we'll stop. We've got challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. And yep, and that makes sense. Don't get stuck in your headspace with things, okay? Don't get stuck in your headspace when you know you're getting the spiritual clarity and stuff that you need. Can I have 1 more? And if it's somebody else, again, just disregard them. Don't invalidate their needs. That's a big word coming up the last few days. Don't invalidate their needs, but definitely know that you need to come from that space of spiritual understanding. And we've got reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. Wow, the change is coming out. The challenge is telling you what you need to step away from. We've got organization and logic. We've got the movement. We've got the Sholing Monk card come up as well. Everything's just so beautiful. That is so lovely. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you for everybody that's watching my channel. If you have any suggestions for picker cards or channeled collectives, please put it down in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe. I'd really love to push my channeled messages out. I think there are a lot of people on the planet that could use these messages. So peace out. Much love. Amethyst. I'll be back.